Okay, so my first question is, how did you get in the current, I call it, situation that you're in?
Well, it didn't just happen like overnight. Um, this has kind of been coming my entire life. Yeah, really, because my sister and I, at a young age, were molested, and then as we got older, that really messed our lives up, and I started using drugs when my husband and son were killed, and she's dead, so I mean I'm not gonna talk about her, I guess. But as for me, I started using drugs to get through the days with life. I mean, because I really didn't feel like I had anything to live for. Um, and it just got to a point where I was homeless, foodless, clothesless. I was really at a bad point, and but it all stemmed from something that happened when I was real young. What led up to using it as a teenager. You know what I mean? Do you really know what I mean? Um, yeah. I mean, I started using drugs when I was probably 13. I've been using for over 45 years. I got to the harder drugs when I was 15. I mean, I've been doing drugs a long time. Um, and right now, I'm trying to stay clean. I'm doing pretty good because I ain't no good stuff out there. I mean, it's really all changed, from the years to where now I wouldn't even know where to get any heroin. And that's what I am. I am a heroin addict. And but now they have this stuff called Fetty out there. Do you know what that is?
I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. And it's like taking over the world. And I've done it. It really doesn't do anything for me. So I'm not really keen on that. So right now I'm just sitting in limbo, waiting. Just sitting in limbo.
And like you said, I understand you're clean right now.
Yeah, I'm clean right now.
Do you count the days or?
No, but I would say I've been clean for probably going on 2 months since I got into the interfaith uh, shelter. Since I started that,
Okay.
just because everybody there is, you know, they're really Christian orientated. They don't make you feel like you have to go out and use. Everybody's really the staff is really nice to you, and I'd almost feel like a bigot if I wouldn't use, because it just isn't. I don't know. There's nobody to use with there. You can't use inside. You have to sneak outside, and that just didn't cut it for me,
Uh,
anyways.
okay, so at what age did you separate from your parents and get out on your own?
I've been out on my own since I was like 13. I left because my cousins would come over and babysit and molest us, and finally I burned the house down so it wouldn't happen no more. And I left, and I've never returned to the farm ever.
Um, do you think that you'd be in a different place had you stayed in the nest a little longer?
Um, well, if the things that if I wasn't being molested or them sort of things, because that's not a good way to live. I mean, you can't live being that way, having people make you do things that you don't want to do. That's not right. That's not right.
No.
I mean that's wrong. It literally killed my sister. So I, though, was the stronger of the two. I left and I've never returned.
Hmm. And as of leaving, can you talk about your education level and maybe work experience?
I don't have any education level. That is the one bad thing. I went to I'm going to say the third grade, um, and I dropped out in the third grade. Maybe, I don't even think I started the fourth, actually. I don't even think I went to the fourth grade. Um, I dropped out at a very young age because of what was happening at home, and my mom didn't know it. She didn't know it for like 2 years later when she was told. Patty hasn't been to school in 2 years. I just wouldn't go because of what was happening.
So you would leave home like you were going to school?
I'd just act like I was going to school and then go in the barn or wait for her to go to work because they both worked. My parents both worked. And so it was really easy. And the school never contacted them.
And once you found out, what was it like then?
Well, I'd already left the state by then, so there wasn't nothing happened. I mean, what could she do? I was gone. I was in L.A.
So you said you were on your own at around 13.
Yeah.
But that's not the age of third grade.
No, third grade is probably 12. I'd say 12. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, man. I really don't know. The years have gone so fast, and I've missed so much. I mean, I didn't get I don't have no education. I'm not proud of that.
Right.
I'm not. But, it is what it is.
And how about work experience?
I've never really had a job. I got married, and then that was a disaster. He turned out to be an alcoholic that when he drank, he beat me. And I put up with that for years and had my kids. And, I put up with the beatings for a long time. I don't know, I'd say probably 20 years. A long time. To where I had a stroke. I couldn't walk for 6 years. I was messed up. Yeah.
Oh, well, how do you do now to maintain? What do you do as far as keeping yourself up?
Keep myself up. Well, I still don't have no education. And I just fake it. I mean, like where that part is. I just fake it. And I just try to be happy now.
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, Joe, I am happy. I am. Today I am happy. And this is the happiest. In fact, I just texted my daughter today and told her that I had finally found happiness. Because I wasn't for years. Now, I'm trying not to cry. But, yeah, I wasn't for years. And she's happy for me. And everybody just wants me to be happy. I mean, I deserve to be happy. We all do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Do you have any physical limitations that aren't apparent? Or maybe mental or psychological
I
limitations?
do. I have a lot of impairments. Like I said, my education, I don't have any. I don't even know how to do it. I probably couldn't do it. I have a mass on my lung right now. I don't know if that was from anything that happened. It probably was. I don't know. And they're trying to decide what we want to do about this, the mass. And I'm saying let's just let it be because chemo, I die. They take it out, it'll spread fast, and I'll die. So I just am trying to leave it alone. Go to the doctor every week. On Thursday, I go to the doctor's, and they check it out and see where it's at. Yeah.
Right. on. Okay, and you said that you were introduced to drugs at a young age.
Yeah,
Was it 13?
13, maybe younger. I'm not sure. I can't even remember at what age I started doing drugs. I was young. I mean, I was maybe well, I might have smoked pot or something when I was 10 or 11. I don't know. I can't remember. Because, I've been beaten. My head's been messed up. I don't know what age. It was young. I was young.
Okay, so when you were using drugs recently, what were your mornings like then? And I want to compare it to what they are like now.
My mornings were, if I didn't have them, I was sick. I barely ever smiled. I wasn't happy because I was always looking for the next drug. You know what I mean?
What does it mean to be sick, though?
Sick, throwing up, that physically sick
Okay.
from not having the heroin in me. And, yeah, I was physically sick.
And now?
No, I'm not. I haven't used in a while, a couple of months. It's been a while since I've been at the shelter. I know that much.
So do you have a ritual that you do or in the morning?
No, no. I just get up. Well, that's not true because we have a thing called pare down, where you got to fix your room all up and put your little things on your bed. Make your bed. Have your cards sitting on there, and then they come through and check it, and if anything's out, they throw it away. But yeah, mine's all good. I don't have much stuff. I'm not taking anything there. I'm just physically my body's just staying there, and I like it there.
Okay. And what do you think about the future or your future?
I'm hoping. I really don't know what my future holds, but I'm hoping maybe I'll meet somebody. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't plan on going back to using though.
It's a better life.
Yeah, it is better life. I have money now. And I'm happy. I feel happy.
Hmm. Right on.
When you use, people know. Everybody knows when you're using. Even if you think they don't, they do know. They do.
Sure.
You don't keep yourself up. You don't.
Hmm.
You don't do what you need to do.
Okay, so you're living in a shelter, but technically you are homeless. So can you talk about how you became homeless? Was it when you left home?
When I left home, I've been homeless. Well, no, I when I left home, I left home and then I went to California. I came back. I met my husband. Then I was married for like 26 years and living a life of hell because I was being beat. And then he died, and then I went homeless again and was homeless for the past, I don't know, I'd say maybe 10 years. I'm not sure how long it's been. I mean, I was over in that house over off of, by Dairy Queen over there, remember that? And I was in that for a period of time. Then I had to move out there so their grandkids could move in. And I was using them. And let's see. And then I went to the lake. I lived at the lake with all the other homeless people. There's a lot of homeless people in Olympia. A lot of them. And then we just got into these shelters here recently. And everything seems to be going better,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do you feel safe right now where you are?
Yes, I'm safe. I do feel safe. I am safe.
That's important.
Yeah, it is. I'm safe with myself and with anybody around me. I mean, because they ain't gonna let anybody hurt me. They aren't. They keep a good eye. Make sure there's no problems.
Hmm.
You know, and that's important.
I guess it wasn't that long ago when you were literally like homeless, more so not just being in a shelter. So can you describe it in 3 words, like what it's like to be homeless, like that?
Wanting to die. I mean,
Okay.
yeah, wanting to die. I mean, I wasn't happy. I wished. There wasn't really many days that went by that I didn't just wish I was dead. I just hated. I was hating life. Because I didn't go around my kids because I didn't want them to see me. And now it's different. You know.
Did you actively engage in activity that would maybe invite death?
Well, yeah, I used heroin. Every day I shot up heroin. Every day I could have been dead from it.
Did you ever put what you thought was a lethal dose?
Um, no, no, I think I was too scared too. I was chicken because I've lost just about everybody I know to it. You know, just one last week. I've lost everybody I know to drugs, except my kids and my immediate family.
How did they take it when you were out there, your children?
They didn't like it. My girls and Stephen, my kids did not like it, and they're happy now. We're happy today.
Did they let you know that they didn't like it?
Yes, they did. Yeah, they did. I didn't go around them. I didn't go around them for a few years, some years, because I didn't want them to know or see me. You know, I mean, I didn't want my kids to know had a needle in my arm and things like that.
Did you long for normalcy, like to have a better
Yeah, I
relationship?
wanted it, but I just didn't know how to get it. And then one day, I don't know really what happened. Um, I don't know what happened. It just, everything changed one day. Because I haven't done heroin now for a long time. I can't even believe I'm not doing it anymore.
Hmm.
I think they kind of went out, out of style. It is. I mean, it's hard to find anyways. I mean, so when you don't have it, accessible, you just kind of let yourself dry out. You know, I haven't been in treatment or anything. I just done it all on my own.
Just one day, you went to the shelter. How did that?
I went to the shelter, at, and I couldn't get in at first. So then I was sleeping over um, at the inner city transit on the cement there, and they seen me and tried to help me get in the shelter. And then finally one day they said, "Come on, you're in the shelter," and I've been in there ever since.
Were you in touch with family then, like when you were at the transit center?
No, no, I didn't tell my kids the bad things. I didn't tell them I was sleeping on the sidewalks or. I didn't want them to worry about me because I know they would. Stephen, he really would worry. I didn't let them know that part, you know.
Hmm.
But they know I'm happy and I'm safe now, you know.
And you're in communication with your family?
Yes, yeah. Just talked to them just hours ago. Yeah,
Are they supportive?
yeah, they are, of course. Yeah, they want me clean. They don't want me using. They don't want me not having things. They don't like that,
Hmm.
you know.
Right on. How do you think that people viewed you when you were in your active addiction and homeless and so forth?
Well, the people I was around, they didn't care. They were right there with me. They were just like me. But now, and I wasn't around people that didn't use. I wouldn't go around people that didn't use because, I mean, I knew how they'd feel. They wouldn't like that, you know. When you're when you're an addict, you're around an addict, another addict, so you don't have to feel shame or guilt.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it very different being around people who don't use? Is it awkward or?
um, no, not now. I mean, at first it was, um, just because I don't know why, but not now. Not now. I'm happy. So I mean, I don't even think about using now. I mean, and I don't worry about if they're wondering if I'm using or not, because I know they're not wondering that because I'm not. You know, so I mean, it's so different. You know, when you don't use. I know people just know. They know these things. How you carry yourself, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I didn't used to put on makeup. I didn't dress up. I just down at the lake, just like a bum. You know,
Mm-hmm.
just always down. You know, because there's really not that much happiness in using.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the path that you're on, how do you see yourself in a year?
In a year, I see myself in an apartment, my own apartment.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm working towards right now, is my own apartment. Out of the shelter into the apartments.
Okay.
That's my goal.
Okay. So if I were to ask you, what's the best thing that happened to you this week? Does something come to mind?
Um, I'm not using. That's about the best thing
It's a
I
very
can
good
think
one.
of. Yeah,
It's a good one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Is there anything you'd like for me to know that I didn't ask, or that someone else might?
No, you pretty much have covered all of it. You know, when you use though, you aren't happy. You use because you aren't happy,
Mm-hmm.
and if you're not, and when you know when you have all these bad things happening to you, it's really hard to find happiness. But you just got to keep going forward because it will come to
Mm-hmm.
where you don't have to feel like you have to use to fit in or to have a friend or to. Yeah, it's nice not using. It is. It is nice.
Sure. So, what makes you feel safe where you are?
The people do, and because it's clean and it's wholesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think of. It is clean.
Right on.
There's not needles laying around. There's not drugs laying around. Nobody's asked me to go do drugs with them or anything. That's not happening.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the police?
The police?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
When you were using and now, is it
I
if
just
it's
didn't want them to
different?
catch me using. I just didn't want them to catch me using. I don't have anything against police. Most of my uncles and cousins are police. And I may not like their jobs, what they do, but oh no, they're just people too.
Sure.
And they are just trying to help us. They really are. They don't like to see us out there all drugged out and stuff. I mean, we bring our misery on ourselves
Mm-hmm.
and to everybody else.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. So, what does the word home mean to you?
Home means a safe, clean environment
Okay.
and happy.
Okay. Do you have any fears? And if so, what's the biggest?
I right now I do not have no fears. I mean, I'm happy today. I just don't have any fears. There's no reason for me to live in fear. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and and I can't go wrong.
Mm-hmm. So, what would you do with $1,000 today?
What would I do with $1,000? I would probably just get myself some clothes. Probably get. I don't know. I wouldn't move because I like it where I'm at. I'm the shelter. I know that sounds crazy, but I do like the shelter. And probably give it to my kids. I don't really have any need for $1,000 today.
Mm.
I mean, money's always fun. It is. I mean, I go to the casinos and do this and that, but you know, it's like I don't even worry if I have money or not because the food and stuff's all provided. You know, everything's provided for me there.
So, there isn't a dollar amount that would make things back to normal for you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm. It is normal right now. I think, and it had dollar amounts haven't made it. I've made it. You know.
Right on. So, what do you talk about with your peers there? Just curious.
Um, I don't know. I spend a lot of time with my dog in my little cubicle, and I don't know. We don't talk about drugs. I know that. We
But you do
just
interact, though.
yeah yeah some yeah we just sit around and smoke cigarettes. We do smoke cigarettes
I drink
and
coffee.
drink coffee. Yeah, a lot of coffee and good meals there.
And how you treat it.
And good. They're good. They're good to me there. They are. I
Mm-hmm.
like it there.
Okay, so can you explain what are some ways that people can help you now?
People, if people wouldn't help me now, um, I don't know, Joe. I really don't know. I mean, I I went into an apartment, my own apartment. That is my biggest want right now is my own apartment. Um, and the rest will come to me, I think.
Hmm. Okay. And there are also some what I call ridiculous questions that people seem to ask homeless people. I don't know how many of them might apply. Like what I have typed is, why can't you get a job like everyone else? Have you ever been asked that?
Yeah, I have because I've had a stroke, and my mind just doesn't work like there a lot of working people's, like a lot of people's does. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, you prefer a shelter over being out on the street. How long did you
Yeah.
pursue getting in the shelter?
Um, a few years. I mean, not you can't just go into any shelter. I mean, I could have went into the Tacoma shelters. They're grimy. The other shelters in Olympia are grimy. This is a nice shelter. I mean, this is where you want to be. This it's not just a regular shelter. These are people that care about you there, and they're clean. They make you want to be clean and happy. Um, it's a clean shelter. You know, a lot of the shelters aren't like this. A
Mm.
lot of them have people that are strung out still there. This one does not.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think I've seen anybody there strung out.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good.
Mm-hmm.
Olympia has really come up in the world here with this shelter.
Mm.
I don't think it's been there that long.
Okay. So you're active in your family's life again,
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
whole time, like full time.
yeah, yeah. I can go see them whenever I want. You know, come see me whenever they want. My son, you know, when he
Mm-hmm.
gets out of jail. Um, yeah. But yeah, I'm good with my daughters, and I only have my kids left. Everybody else is dead. You know, I mean, yeah.
Did you have hard feelings towards your parents whenever
No, I've never had. No, I've never blamed anything on my parents. It was my cousins that did the things that took me to where I was. It, my parents didn't know because we didn't tell them. It was my cousins that did this. I've never had no hard feelings towards my parents.
did you ever tell them?
My parents, I didn't tell anybody for like 30, 32, 33 years. And then one day I just told. I told all. Yeah,
Were you married then?
I was. I was married.
How'd your husband take it?
He was, well, he was an alcoholic, so I don't think he really even comprehended. You know, he was drunk all the time. He was drunk. He was a drunk. And I didn't know that when I got married, but then it started right after I got married. You know, yeah, I never seen him sober.
Did you ever think that the people or the persons who done that might have been victimizing someone else?
Yes, they were. They were. And finally, I had to tell my aunt and what her kids were doing, and then we just kind of cut everything off from them. And everybody did, you know, because of what they were doing. I don't know what kind of trouble they got into, though, or anything.
But law enforcement wasn't ever involved.
Huh?
Was law enforcement ever involved?
I don't know. I'm not sure. They should have been, but I don't know. I don't know. I know my aunt was very disappointed in her kids.
Through the years, did you ever come across them?
No. No. I've never ran into them or nothing, thank God. 'Cause I don't know what I would have done. I have no idea.
Did you ever talk to any of the other people that they victimized?
I did not, no. Just my sister. It was me and my sister, so.
And that was it? No one else?
Yeah, right.
You,
It wasn't my brothers. It was just my sister and I.
Okay. Did you and her discuss it at some point?
Yeah, we didn't know. But we were too, when it started, we were too little to understand what was going on because we were very young. And we didn't know really what was going on, you know. And as we got older, like I said, I left. She stayed there, and then she finally got married, and then she finally died. She couldn't have kids because of it, you know. They really hurt my sister. And
How old was she?
she was a year older than I was.
Okay.
But yeah, they did more to her than what they did to me. Like I said, I was the stronger of the two.
Do you mind? Can you think back to what age it started and how long did it last? Or
I don't know. I'm thinking from maybe 6, 7 to 13, 14, 13, maybe 13. When I left home, it stopped when I left. It didn't stop until then. And I think, yeah.
you didn't see it stopping unless you left?
Right. It wouldn't have stopped unless I left. It wouldn't have. And I burned the house down.
Did you leave your sister there then?
I did leave my sister there, and I have always felt bad for that.
She didn't want to leave?
But she wouldn't leave with me. No, she wouldn't leave with me. And, so I left. And I've never returned there.
At what age did she die, and did you communicate with her lots?
She died at kind of a young age, when she was like 21, 22.
Okay.
Because she had so many internal problems from what happened. I guess I'm not sure what. Um, I'm not even sure what more they did to her. You know, I know she wasn't happy though. She's never been happy her entire life because of it.
Do you think she reached a point where she could fend them off?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think she did. I don't think so. Because she just wasn't a very strong person. Um, she started drinking at a very young age when she was like 8, 9. I mean, drinking hard liquor too. Um, to get through the days, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Barbara had it rougher than I did because I left.
Did you ever get therapy or
No, I've
3 years?
never been to therapy or anything. Just my own therapy. I you know I've never seen him or anything since that happened. I've never seen him again or anything. That's about it.
So is it tucked away like in a compartment that you don't
Yeah, I
revisit?
don't go back to that area very often. It's like 30 years I did not go back there, and then I did for a brief moment, and then I haven't until right now. I don't really like going back there. You know, it's not a pleasant place. You know, but hopefully they're all dead today. I don't know. Don't even care.
Do you go to church?
Do I go to church?
Or,
I have, but not really, not much. Because I don't know. I've had problems with God. Let's say. You know, He took one of my sons and let that happen to us, and I just don't understand what kind of God would do that. But people have told me it really wasn't God that did that. I mean, I don't know. I'm very confused where that
hmm
stands.
So we eat for our physical well-being, and what do you do for your, I guess, spiritual well-being? Do you, do you have anything that you practice to uplift you spiritually?
Um, well, I don't know. I have tried to pray. I just, I don't know. I just try to stay on a positive note. And I think not using is a positive note for me because using makes me unhappy. You know, with myself, with everybody around me, and everything. I think so. I don't know. I'm just glad that ain't happening no more.
hmm In the place where are you a positive light for people that you encounter?
Yes, yeah. I get along with everybody there. I like everybody. I like people in general. I'm a people person. I like people. I've always liked you. You know,
hmm
you're a woman. I'm not. Yeah, I like people,
hmm
and I don't go around hurting people.
Right. Are there some people that's still actively using that you would like to see or help or uh,
No,
think
I
about?
don't. I don't. I don't even get into people's business like that. I don't even want to know if they're using or not using. I just would if I know they're using, I just stay away. You know, they'll have to find it themselves.
Right on.
There's nothing I can do. You know,
Right.
you have to do it yourself.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
mean, for real, that is real. You do. You have to do it for yourself. Because if you do it for somebody else, you'll never stick.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah.
Yeah. In which I've heard instances where people got sober to keep their family together. But I think for any long term effect, eventually it has to be for themselves.
Yeah,
I think.
I do believe it
And I
does.
think sometimes it comes around to that.
Yeah,
Like that might not have been their initial motivation, but I think eventually it comes around to them enjoying that lifestyle and being
right.
fulfilled by it and so forth.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay. Is there something that I missed that I should have asked?
No, I don't think so. I
Um,
think you pretty much covered it all.
but thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate your help with this. Okay.
Yeah, I hope I did all right.
You did. You did fine.
Okay.
All right.